Ahoy there, young people of the interwebs, and welcome to this week's edition of Transformer of the Week, where I'm going to be looking at this guy. Yes, it's Impactor again. This is Cybershark. This is Impactor jumping the Cybershark. Okay, I don't care. It's that time again. Call this a trilogy, if you will. But I came to Transformer of the Week time, and I'm still utterly in awe of this toy. So I figured, let's make him third consecutive week Transformer of the Week. Then we'll be done with it. Then we'll draw the line. And it won't be again until maybe sometime in the future when I just think, you know what, Impact is pretty freaking cool. But yeah, I've talked a lot about this toy. I've talked a lot about this character. And I don't think there's much I can say without repeating myself before I get to points that, you know, I might quite like to make. So instead, what we'll do is we'll hear what you guys have to say about the videos that I've done of Impactor so far. So it's like a kind of viewer responding to responses video. Interaction, that's important, isn't it, within the community? So let's go. So the first video we put up, 11 comments. So let's get through these. Andy Ryder says, love it. Gonna have to try to get me one. So we'll keep a note of that. Andy Ryder. Right, okay. You should get one. If you haven't got one already. You know, spoilers. Hot Rodney Prime. Is it that book good because there's never been a decent version of him before? Question mark. So yeah. Is he good because there's never been a decent robot? But you know, he's good because he's a good toy. He's a good toy. He's solid. He's constructed well. He's fantastic. I think if they'd made these working, you know, rubber working tracks rather than just solid bits of plastic that don't really do much. If I'm trying to think what else really. Let's stick out of line. There's a couple of other things they could have done, and this would have gone from being my best Transformer ever to undisputed best Transformer toy ever. Yeah, as simple as that. I mean, this is a toy. And if you don't like Impactor, there's commenters coming up who's Turmoil, I think it was in the IDW Comics character was. Bit of a non-character. And he's a black repaint, black evil guy. You know, it's like Transformer Darth Vader. Something. He's got a big cannon, looks quite cool, but you know. Get him, and I think they're doing a green version that's based more on the actual tank that the tank's based on. But yeah, so that's I think he's a good toy anyway. And the rest in robot mode, it's glorious. I wish Hasbro would do one that's not an overpriced Combiner Wars repaint. Very, very nice. Yeah, Combiner Wars repaint I don't have a problem with, but you know, having to join a collector's club and all that to get a hold of it, that's expensive. But yeah, I do wish Hasbro would do a nice Voyager Impactor someday. Someday they might do. Chocho. Technological problems here in our Transformer of the Week. This is why people don't do these type of things very often. Okay, so Chocho. Never saw the rubber duck, but you're right. I will always see it now. I think this is this is Chocho's accent. This is how I'm talking kind of. A revelation like that can never seem like a revelation like that can seem like a downer if you consider that you may not reach that joy again. Yeah, I mean, that's it. However, if you consider that more bots of this quality may come, it can be quite uplifting. One of your best, in my opinion. One of our best, yeah. I think, yeah, if Mastermind Creations continue making Transformers like that, there's going to be some really crackers coming out. And yeah, and I think other companies are following suit. Hasbro have upped the game recently. I think they had a bit of a messy point, but they seem to be back up in a, that generations kind of combined wars, whatever phase wars. The IEW timelines seem to be, really well, doing really well with Hasbro. I think some of the other lines are starting to falter a little bit. I'm a bit dubious of some of the new masterpieces that are coming out. I'm not a masterpiece collector, so it doesn't really bother me that much, but I think they're making a lot more masterpieces than they used to, and I think the amount that they're making is taking its toll on them. Rat Trap 25. Awesome, amazing. Thanks, Phil. Phoenix Revamp Reviews. Great video, dude. I'll admit I really came to love this figure after several transformations because it was Impactor and because Wreckers. There's a lot of things that we love because Wreckers, really, don't we? It was a foregone conclusion that I'd love him. In hand, so I'm not trying to read today. It was a foregone conclusion that I'd love him in hand, and when I got him, I sure did. With the robot mode, the transformation frustrated me at first, but someone linked me to MMC's official transformation video, which helped me massively with the placement of the rotation of the hips, and the one part I wasn't rotating. Now I love both modes and the transformation. Yeah, I say the transformation is quite neat, really, when you think about it. It's a nice little puzzle, and it's good that Mastermind Creations are like doing their own little transformation videos to keep things up, to interact with people rather than just doing a set of flaky instructions that most third-party companies do. Oh. Right. Oh, come on. It's frustrating technology. TFR Wilderness. TFR Wilderness, yeah. I'll put some extra letters in there, Jason. Oh my god. I've just got to your summonation, and you are blubbing there. Steady, I don't think I was quite blubbing. You're so overwhelmed at finally getting a worthy toy of Impactor, and you're almost moved to tears. Powerful stuff. Awesome review. Yeah, almost moved to tears. There was a little tear in my eye. But, other than that, yeah, great toy. And thanks for watching. Little tear. Well, that wasn't crying. It wasn't crying. There was no tear. Damn you hussies. Your high praise means he must be a fantastic piece. As much as I enjoy Roach's approach to Impactor, I'm a huge sucker for the Jeff Senior style Thurman Impactor. I kind of love a shitty retro looking piece. Your talk of the bottles of puzzle and its importance in the status was fascinating. Always great to see how many different people appreciate different elements. I like older complex toys. Order and process was important, but it felt safe, and pieces moved in clever but elegant ways. Contemporary panel forming, port and plug designs can be very fiddly and require too much weird dexterity, and puts pressure on the design to hold up to a stress. I like those old school puzzle box. 6-shot is a piece of art. I could never see myself being happy to spend the cash on one of these, but they look great. Very envious. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I do enjoy the puzzle of the transformation, and it's it's great. And yeah, kind of retro Impactor would be cool, but it's kind of like sometimes when things go deliberately retro, it just ends up just being a bit shitty, you know what I mean? It's a bit too cornball, is that? I think it could be cool, but it'd be very kind of hard to make. Kind of need to make it so it's, I don't know, just a bit worn out as well, when you get it, like it had, it's second-hand retro toy. But other than that, I do like the puzzles, and yeah, it's a bit of wedge of cash, but for me, it's worth it. I think that money's been spent now, and I would have spent it anyway if I hadn't spent it on Impactor. So Impactor's giving me a lot more pleasure than what I probably would have spent that money on if I'd not spent it on him. Yeah. I am Rodimus Miner 1987. I am really like this figure and I must get one. Great review and very clever joke, but I liked it. That was my Transformers, Transformers Star Wars joke. Star Wars joke, is it a hit? Is it a hit? No, it's Impactor on the surface. I've said it again. I don't know why I've said it again, because it was a shit joke anyway. SMS number 1. I must have one. Shane is so close. He's out so close to Christmas. Yeah, it's a bit pricey this time of year. I meant to get a box to show you, but I'm not on this video enough. A nice box of Aldi Smart Value Weetabix, and that was many of my meals on the lead up to getting Impactor consisted of Aldi Smart Price Weetabix, and that's I've come to love them. And then following on that, it said, when I've said that it's the best Transformer ever, a bold statement in this video. It's a bold statement. It's a bold figure, and I like this figure. And I can't really think of any other figure that sneezes quite the same way that Impactor does. Yeah, I'll stand by it. Best Transformer ever. 6-shot change of reviews. Great vid, buddy. It was awesome to see the look. I love this figure. We're getting a bit long now, so let's move on to the week 2 of the Impactor trilogy. We only have 6 comments, so we'll blast through these, shall we? Let's. F-Stop Cornea, is that how you pronounce it? For Stockineer. I agree, he is a really amazing toy. Transformation is a bit of a nuisance, but the bot mode is a total joke. Yeah, I can see that. Robot mode is fantastic. The transformation, there's worse Transformers out there. I do enjoy the transformation. 6-shot change of reviews again. Oh dear, it's a lot to read here. Great vid, mate. Most who know me are well aware of my feelings about Impactor. Like yourself, he had a huge impact, no pun intended, pun received, on me as a child, but I was glad to get hands on this because of the 80s persona of the character, from the self-sacrifice to save Emirate to when he first joined the team under Crest. I wanted him to always lead the Wreckers. From his taking over from Hyperion, he was destined to wreck and rule forever. Springer really was a PC Wally, in my opinion. Not a fitting bot to lead a Spec Ops. Oh, Springer really was a PC Wally, in my honest opinion. Not a fitting bot to lead a Spec Ops teams at all. Last time Style of the Wreckers clearly made Springer someone I don't like, and Impactor's politics appeal to me far more. So it's just to reinforce my love of the character. I expect to see other companies also do toy versions of him over the next few years, and I anticipate the fun, especially with the Sins of the Wreckers on its way. Yeah, the last time the Wrecker stuff has been cool. I wouldn't I do like Springer. I like Springer, but to me the friendship, the companionship of Springer and Impactor has always been just a great thing. Other companies, do you know what? I don't think any of the companies are going to tackle this for a long time. I don't think there's going to be another Impactor. A couple of other companies have tried, a couple of other companies have disappeared, not tried it. Both Mastermind Creations made probably quite the definitive Impactor. I don't think other companies are going to try it. I'm just saying that. Just saying. This is Bristol Yay. Just saying. Excellent XLR. Always good to see a nice dude enjoying his nice toys that much. Smiley face. Yeah, it is. Yeah, thanks, Brad. I do enjoy this figure, as you can tell. Part 3. Rattrap 25. He's a very nice looking, awesome review, buddy. Thanks, Phil. You need to make more videos, Rattrap 25. Damn you hussies. I love how genuine passion promotes the breaking of rules, redefining one of the principles of your series. Only negative is that this just reinforces my desire to grab one. But it's a great figure. It's a great figure. It's a great figure, and it was a great opportunity to use that to kind of Transformer of the Week. I've never said a single Transformer can't be Transformer of the Week more than once. But it was a great way to kind of put that into play. Use the great figure to do something different with videos, break from format, and then break from format again as I have done now. Trilogy bitches! TFI Wilderness again. Another long one. Let's see if I've got enough battery power to complete this. Preacher Brother, I'm with you on what the character of Impactor means to me, as I vividly remember him from the Marvel UK G1 Comics Target 2006 Operation Volcano, after he intercepted that assassination shot from the card meant for Emirate Exaron. And yes, I too pronounce it Axeron rather than Zaron, since when does a X sound like a Z? There is Xena Warrior Princess, but and Xylophone, but other than that, I always like pronouncing it Exaron. And his final words to Zaron before he died. I said Zaron. Axaron before he died. The first time was, "You always were a wily old buzzard." Those words stick with me forever. Of course, he surfaced again in City of Fear, where he became a robot zombie, reanimated by Flame's computer signal, and as you said, sacrificed himself to stop the engine core overload from blowing up the planet. I've also hankered after a toy of Impactor, but in recent years he has been elevated to cult status by the IDW Last Stand of the Wreckers, but I liked him and the Wreckers way before that. Yeah, a lot of us done. I've been watching the third-party company's effort to create an Impactor, and out of the three in development, only this one made it through to production. I bought myself one from Kapow, but due to a self-inflicted mess-up with the order, its delivery has been delayed. But I know I will love the toy when it arrives. However, I'm concerned it will upset my top 15 Transformers of 2015 list, which is pretty much locked down, and getting a killer bot like this late in the game is going to rock the apple cart somewhat. Still, awesome vid, Richard. Well, Jason, I hope you've got your Impactor now. And how do you like them apples? I mean, Impactor, I'm hoping Impactor has rocked your apple cart, dude. I really do. But on that note, this is a long ass video for the fucking third video of that one figure. So, hopefully some people might have made it through to the end. But other than that, till the next time, when we'll get back on track, and maybe do a different Transformer. Or I might just surprise you all. Just impact you again. Impact on you, you motherfuckers. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes.